Alright, welcome back to my first round of this month's MSEM GP. I'm not playing Green Red Ramp anymore, although this is still a rampy deck. But yeah, I'm playing, I guess this deck's called 4-color Farsight. Honestly, it's either Farsight or Muktem Protectors. Not sure what to name the deck. But anyways, I'm playing against Nyx, who seems to be on 5-color control. Not sure how the matchup works out. I mean, I haven't exactly tested with this deck that much, so okay, there I'm able to, yeah. Is it 4-color? It's 5-color control, yeah. Okay, so let's see, what do I have? This hand's unkeepable, so I'm throwing it back. This hand is a bit slow, but I don't want to go down to 5, so I'll keep it. Not happy about it, though. I mean, I have Moral Benediction, I have Sanjing, so I do have some sort of ramp. Solar Flare is not going to do anything in this matchup, so I'm bombing that. They have the mulligan twice, huh? Nice. So they're gonna keep 5, and they're not gonna first mate. All right, sure. Actually, who's first? I'm first. Okay. All right. So turn 1, play Tremor range tapped because I have nothing to play on 1. Also, like things can go wrong pretty quickly if I don't draw a land and Moral Benediction gets countered on 1. Okay. Well, I mean that's a land, but that's not exactly what I want to draw. So I want white. Or I want green plus red white, so that's what I'm fetching. And this deck does lose a lot of life from its land, but you can't really do much about that because of how much it needs to fetch and how color hungry the deck is. So let's see if this gets countered. All right, I need to lose 1. Delay resolve, cool. I do want to, I want to grab Timber Range tap because I have nothing else to do with my mana on this turn. Might as well preserve some life. Like they do have burn in their deck. Blessing Marketplace, sure. Okay, so what do I do now? Shifting Glade. I might just ramp up into Farsight. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to end of turn Sanjing, and that gets me up to 6 mana next turn, which means I need to play Blood River this turn, which is not what I'm not super happy about that because I have nothing to haste, but I need to sequence it like this so that I can hit Farsight on turn 6. I mean, or I can hit Farsight mana next turn. Alternatively, I can just play Antali Archdruid. Probably gets countered. Yeah, I don't want that to happen. So, like, I definitely want to resolve a Farsight. How much counter spells do they have? Oh yeah, they have Mind Rip too. Well, I should probably try to play out my things before they get Mind Ripped. Like, I'm gonna try to just turbo out Farsight. There's Happy Up for Planet, so in response, I'm gonna flash in Sanjing. What colors do I want? Yeah, I think I do care enough about getting my off colors that I'm willing to do this, and then I get back Timber Range again, right? Yeah. So now I have Farsight mana next turn. Unfortunately, if I want to play Antali Ardruid, I need to, if I want to play Antali and haste it, I need to fetch my last Blood River, but that's probably fine. Like, I don't have a Blood River fetch left over for Farsight when I flip stuff off of it. Okay, so they're probably holding up a counter spell. Like they probably want to hold up a counter spell. Oh wait, their mana isn't great because they can't mind rip. Wait, they can't even anti-magic my Farsight either. So they just have hot Cosmic Sinkhole, which they probably do have. In which case, then it'd be safe to play Antali Archdruid and haste it. I mean, that means I get to whack them for 9, and that is a lot of damage. I mean, like I definitely don't want to. Well, if I play Archdruid, it gets eaten up by anti-magic. How do I want to sequence this? So they most certainly have a counterspell available. Okay, so if I play Farsight here and it gets countered, I swing with Sanjing. Oh, then what happens? Sanjing connects, and then next turn I get to do the Antali Archdruid thing. That doesn't seem very good. At the same time, like I really don't want to fetch my final Blood River and for no effect, right? I think I'll try to play around Cosmic Sinkhole. Well, no, this already plays around Cosmic Sinkhole, so Antali Archdruid only runs into anti-magic. I think I'm fine with that outcome if it gets anti-magicked. Alright. Okay. Okay, if I wait, I can play around Cosmic Sinkhole, assuming they don't get any more colors. So I'll try to go for that. I have to lose some more life here because I did, no, I can do it like this. So, Antali Archdruid, does it resolve? Actually, I mean, they can also just have a removal spell for this thing. I don't think I want to haste it. I want to save Blood River for something else. But they're actually thinking about it. So like if this eats a counter spell, then or if this eats a Cosmic Sinkhole, it's great for me. If it eats an anti-magic, then whatever. And then they can't cast Mind Rip, so whatever. But yeah, if this eats a Cosmic Sinkhole, then I'm extremely happy. It's fine. Yeah, they're not going to do that. Alright, so let's see. What removal can they even have? They have main deck Fire Eraser. That thing dies Fire Eraser, and I don't want my final Blood River to get blanked by a Fire Eraser. Alright, I mean, I'm definitely playing out my second land, though, because no point in not doing that. If I top deck a land again next turn, I get to Farsight with 2 backup mana, which might be enough to pay for Cosmic Sinkhole if they don't get another color. So yeah, do I fetch Blood River, or do I think I need it later for something? Like I think Antalya Archer is just gonna eat a removal spell, so I'll just not fetch Blood River right now, because Blood River is much better for Farsight. Let's see what are they gonna. They're gonna play plant number 2. Okay, so they definitely can draw into their colors. Okay, so they're gonna draw off planet. I think like the best case scenario for me is if they well no, they're definitely not gonna do anything main phase. So okay, do they have a cantrip? No, Fire Rager. Sure. The best case scenario for me is if they remove my gun. They're not gonna do that. Like they're gonna be fine taking a hit. So there's no point in playing anything post combat. Like they're not gonna do anything during combat that would tap the Mal of Cosmic Sinkhole. Oh, they're color screwed. They're like extremely color screwed right now, in a super hilarious way, because they have all these reflecting pools and then none of their 5 color lands. Alright, so now I get to play Farsight, and I don't think they can counter it. Do I play Sunlit Highlands pre-combat? Pre-Farsight? I think Farsight for 7 is good enough, right? Like Farsight for 8, that lets me get 2 Muktans if that matters. If I don't flip Muktan, would having Sunlit Highlands in hand be better? Like, I'll let me grab a 2-drop and 2 3-drops, but that's unlikely. Yeah, I might be able to grab me 2. Well, if I flip a Muktan, then keeping the land is better. So, like, it doesn't matter. Oh, right, it hurts me a bunch if I do this. Right, 1, 2. Right, I mean, I need to fetch now, so I'll fetch out my planes so I don't take as much damage from these guys. And here's Farsight. I'm assuming they can't counter it. Wait, that does not play around Cosmic Sinkhole. Okay, I might have screwed myself over. They don't have Cosmic Sinkhole. Well, good thing I didn't get punished for that. Oh, well, it's fine. I lose a Sanjing. Well, it's fine. And also Grade makes their mana kind of bad because it makes everything tapped. I get a bunch of lands to play. These guys don't do anything, and then I get these 2 guys. I mean, Sanjing's gonna bring back Sunlit Highlands again. Then Sanjing dies. I'm gonna keep Sunlit Highlands in hand because in case I need landfall triggers later on. But yeah, definitely not the greatest Farsight. Like I have a bunch of mana, but nothing to do with it. And unfortunately, Farsight doesn't let you put stuff into hand. Fire Rager, sure. I mean, if I top deck anything, then or any expensive thing, then I'm super happy. If I top deck Daisy, then I'm extremely sad. I can't fetch all of the fetchable lands out of my deck, but I don't want to do that right now because I still want my fetch lands to do stuff. Are they just gonna remove the board? I mean, that's fair. No, they're gonna flashback planet just to draw a single card. Yeah, sure. Let's let them like motif that thing again, so they get to draw 1 more card. Yeah, let me just stack my lands properly. But yeah, so I'm basically out of gas right now, and I need to top deck stuff. More no more is not good here because there's no targets for it. Or there's lands, but I don't need to bring back lands right now. Muktan Protectors will be a really good top deck, except it probably gets countered, so that's not good. Well, at least Grade did something here, which is making their stuff tapped. Top decking Grade would be good because it makes a bunch of squirrels, and then that probably kills Nyx. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, let's see what they do against this. Alright, sure. Anyways, have a Daisy. I'm keeping these guys unfetched in case I top deck Muktan Protectors, because if Muktan resolves, I get to fetch with all these guys. Hopefully there's still fetchables left in my deck, and then get a bunch of 3/3s, and then haste out them with Blood River. And that's probably enough to win, assuming my opponent doesn't have a response. Like, they can easily end up all things the Muktan Protectors. Well, actually, no, I can just fetch a bunch in response. So they need a counter spell for Muktan Protectors if I draw it. Oh, right, they also have all colors now, and Delpha Treasures. Okay, they get to draw a bunch of cards. Or 2 cards, to be exact. They can Mirrorgate me, but I don't think that does much. Actually, they can Mirrorgate naming Blood River, because they know I have 2 Blood Rivers in my deck. Okay, yeah, they have Indevel things now. They're gonna play Mirrorgate. I'm assuming it's naming Blood River. I'm not gonna fetch a response. Yeah, it's Blood River. I mean, if I top deck Muktam Protectors, I can still fetch a bunch and get a bunch of 3/3s. I mean, they won't be hasted, but can my opponent deal with a bunch of 3/3s really easily? Because I don't think they can. So anyways, what do I top deck? More no. Okay, yeah, I'm getting exact cards that I said I didn't want. Well, is there any point in mourning right now? No, not really. I already have enough fetchies. I'm just gonna attack and then hope that, or do I? I think I'm gonna mourn just to get Daisy up to 2 power. Like, they're probably just gonna let this resolve. But now that means if they try to kill Daisy, I can punch them in the face for 2. So at least that makes it useful somewhat. They let it happen, which is whatever for me. I don't really care about the land, I just care about the cadence trigger. Also, the good thing about AQS is that it's a May, and it keeps floating in exile until you choose to use it. So I can choose to not trigger it this time, or on this hit. Are they gonna kill something? Alright, I mean, sure. I'm just gonna keep this Mourn in exile until I find a use for it. Actually, what good things can I Mourn back? Not much at this point. Like, I have no ways to benefit from land, so that's kind of this doesn't do much. I mean, it can still attack with dinky creatures, but it's definitely not outvaluing a control deck. Okay, what do I top deck? Ooh, it's gonna eat a counter spell, but is it worth it? It also turns Daisy into a 3/3, which means that they need to start worrying about Daisy, and I think that's probably worth it. So I'm going to Timberrain. I need to stack my fetch lands better. Alright, show me the counter spell. They can also just Mind Rip me here and completely wreck me. They can Mind Rip for 4. What can they grab with Mind Rip X equals 4? They can grab their own Mekton Protectors, which I can't really deal with, so yeah. I mean, I can't exactly play around Mind Rip either, so no point in trying. Or no point in not playing Mekton Protectors here. I mean, technically I could have activated Daisies, or no, that worked. Yeah, alright, fine. I don't have any main deck ways of killing my opponent's Muktam Protectors. They get to untap and then make a bunch of things and I lose. So yeah, not great. So what's something else I could have done was kept Muktam in hand, swing with Daisy first. Actually, I probably should have swung with Daisy first because I couldn't haste my guys. Like, if my opponent used a removal spell on Daisy, at least I would have prevented the Mind Rip for 4 grabbing Muktam and completely screwing me over that way. I could have swung with Daisy, activate Daisy, whack them, Acquiesce, Mourn, put another counter on Daisy, and I mean, that is some amount of damage that's coming in eventually. At least they're incentivized to play at sorcery speed now. So if I top deck of Farsight, I think, and they don't have a counter spell for it, I think there might be a game. Also, Daisy's representing 4 damage if I just activate a bunch, so that's not nothing. But yeah, definitely could have played it better, or at least play it more conservatively, where I just kept Muktam in hand until my opponent didn't, or opponent slightly tapped below 4. If they do anything against Daisy, I'm just going to activate it twice, punch him in the face for 4, and then hope that I have enough off the top in order to seal the game. Yeah, they get to activate Muktam. Oh, they are at 8 though, so what can there's nothing in my deck that lets me draw more cards. So I can't, there's no way that I can activate Daisy twice, but if I get the right sequence of top decks, maybe I can activate Daisy twice this turn, and then next turn, yeah, I'm not sure. I think I will activate Daisy twice end of turn, because that's the best way to spend my mana, and Daisy's not going to be very useful attacking when my opponent has a Muktam out. Oh, okay, yeah, that definitely does it. Wait, what? Oh, I see, okay, Daisy's punching them. Okay, they're responding to stuff, sure. Or they can try to involve things to Daisy trigger, because that definitely feels... Okay, oh, alright, I guess I have to do it now then. So what? Island, mountain... I'm fetching island here because I can't fetch it with any of my other lands, and I don't want to run out of fetchables. So yeah, punch them for 2, and then probably lose. Like, maybe if they're out of counter spells, I top deck Farsight, and then Farsight flips 2 Mucktown Protectors plus a bunch of... Well, no, that doesn't work because I'm out of Blood Rivers. I mean, 2 Mucktown Protectors plus a bunch of... Okay, yeah, that doesn't do it. Or does it? No, I have not enough white sources, right? So that's a white source, that's a white source. Oh, no, those are white source. Actually, that's enough white sources. So I can Sifang Hu and then activate it twice. That's 8 mana. No, that's 10 mana in total. Can I do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I can. Alright, I guess I'll do that. See if that makes me survive. Probably not, but it's worth trying. So yeah, play this thing first. Activate the first ability. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to fetch 2. I need to fetch twice. So yeah, that's fine. Oh, I have Resplendent Subterranean left, right? I'll fetch State Tundra because that's less likely to be fetchable off stuff. So 1, 2. Yeah, I need to fetch one more. I'll fetch Resplendent Subterranean now. And like that. I'm not sure if that lets me survive, but definitely does stuff. And what? This thing has a bunch of keywords now. Doesn't have haste though, so I have to pass a turn. But like with flying, first strike, indestructible, lifelink, vigilance. I mean, if they can't kill me here, they have Diance's Pleasure. Like they can probably kill me here. I'm fine with my Timber Range not doing anything. Like that's better than fending out fetchables. Oh, I see. They're doing that. I mean, they can't kill me here. That's the thing. And they can't block Sifang Hu very well either. Wait, are they? All right. Well, more lands, but that's fine. Morn can get back Daisy, which is good. Do they have a removal spell for this? Wait, don't they have Alibi experience? Or no, don't they have End of All Things? Oh, it's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess they completely forgot about End of All Things. Cool. Well, I'm casting More No More to get back Daisy. Are they? Is that what they're countering with End of All Things? I guess they can't exactly tap out for End of All Things because I might have Farsight in hand. But now they're thinking about responding to this thing, which is kind of weird. Like for sure, I thought like if you wanted to do something now, you probably should have dealt with the Sifang Hu. If you tap out slightly for what? Okay, did they realize that they forgot their End of All Things in Yard? I mean, I thought you didn't do anything because you were holding up a counter for any possible. Nope, you're tapping out End of All Things. They're thinking about whether to counter this. Interesting. Resolves. Cool. Well, fortunately for you, I don't actually have anything in hand. Do I keep these guys? How many fetch bills am I at? What? So I have Rampant Summit and something else probably. Oh, and another planes probably. Yeah. So play out Summit Highlands and pass. But yeah, they can End of All Things. But no, they still forgot about End of All. Wait, can they not cast End of All? No, they can, right? What? All right. I mean, sure. I don't mind winning this one, that one. But was I missing something? Could they not cast End of All Things there? Was Sifang Hu granting himself hexproof or something? Oh, well, anyways. So what do I want? Hegemony Monarch, cool. Princess, cool. I think they realized that they like misplayed. Anyways, Solar Flares come out. Archwoods come out because there's no targets. Well, there are targets, but I don't want to play like there's targets. So Commanding Princess is good because it gives me more instant speed stuff. And Hegemony Monarch is good because they have graveyard stuff. Is that the logic I'm going with? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Sifang Hu was pretty good there. Maybe I want more of those guys. I don't want to put more legendaries in my deck than I need to. Like, I might switch out the Princesses for Sifang Hu next if I lose this game. Actually, what does Princess do in this matchup anyways? I mean, it's an instant speed thing, but does it actually do anything? So it brings back a 2-drop. It brings back Sifang Hu, which is cool. I mean, sure, I'll run this. All right, what do I draw? Can I afford to keep this hand? I mean, it has a bunch. So I don't think I can afford to keep this hand, right? Yeah, not fast enough. But at the same time, do I need to be fast? Actually, Sifang Hu is not great here because they play it at instant speed anyways. Alright, I mean, there's ramp, so I keep this hand. And I definitely do not want all my Blood Rivers in hand. So I'll probably just go Timber Range, Wayfarer Shrine, Moral Benediction, see if it gets countered. Wait, that means I need to... No, I can't go turn 1 Blood River because the colors don't work out that way. So yeah, turn 1 Timber Range. Mirror Gate already? Okay, what do you name? If they name Timberrain, and they're gonna name Blood River. Oh, okay, cool. I guess I just don't have Blood River this game then. In that case, I can play out Guilt Free, which I actually don't want to do right now because it doesn't get me my colors. Or no, it doesn't. Okay, so now that means, man, the colors in this deck are a complete mess. So I definitely need to fetch red sometime. Yeah, I play this tap and pass. I'm hoping Sanjin does stuff this game. Plains, cool. So now I guess I fetch Forest. No, I don't fetch Forest. That screws me over pretty hard if things go wrong. Okay, so I play Wayfarer Shrine. I fetch here. I need to get a red source, and I need a white source. Did they? Oh, they couldn't cast. Did they actually color screw themselves? They had enough for end of body or end of all things, right? During that turn. Well, if they hopefully now I need to play that so that I don't color screw myself because it's pretty easy to fetch Ron in this deck and then color screw yourself. So here I'm gonna they color screw themselves and tilted and not realize that they had end of all things in yard. That's probably what happened. Anyways, let's actually get to doing my thing, which is I need to fetch Forest and the Forgotten Steps. Yeah, that gets me on my colors. And then play Moral Benediction, see if it gets countered or not. Doesn't get countered, so I bring back Timber Range. And pass the turn. End of turn planet? Sure. So now Sanjing is actually more Moral Benedictionable if it gets killed. Unless it gets killed by Fire Erasure, in which case, oops. So I'm probably playing Plains. Next turn, holding up Sanjing. Or alternatively, I can try to run Sanjing into a counter spell in order to get my Moral Benediction active, but that doesn't seem very wise. Yeah, I'm just gonna play out Blood River tapped right now, and then play Sanjing whenever my opponent gives me a chance. Mabel, yeah, sure. I'll fetch. I should get my colors. I'll get Heart of the Glade. I don't want to lose too much life. And I will play Sanjing while during my opponent's end step, because I do want it to eat a counter spell so that Moral Benediction has a target. Or actually, I can Sanjing when my opponent tries to attack with Mabel. That'd be cool. But I don't think that's gonna. Well, I mean, it's a way to get Sanjing into the yard for Moral Benediction. In a way that doesn't seem suspicious. They're not gonna attack. Alright, sure. Show me the counter spell. They let it happen, sure. Do they have anything in response to this? Oops. Yeah, pointing at Timber Range. They let it happen. Cool. I guess they're just holding up a counter spell for the Farsight that's coming out this turn, if I had one. Okay, no threats. I attack with Sanjing, they block with Mabel, I Benediction it back. Yeah, it sounds like a fair exchange. And I always play Plains here because I don't want to lose life off my Forgotten Step. Alright, let's see what they do here. They're gonna block? Sure. That's a good exchange for me. And if Moral Benediction eats up a counter spell, I'm pretty happy. Do I keep No More in hand? No, I play it out. Like, I just try to ramp as hard as possible because does ramping hard as possible do anything? Yeah, whatever. I should just play everything out. So I'm just gonna target these guys. Let's see if they counter it. They don't. Alright. They let it happen? Okay. So what I'm gonna do here is I think I want Sanjing into play, so because that gets me a free Sanjing into play. Or do I want to do that? I can also get Sanjing to hand, which lets me flash in Sanjing end of turn, which means that it's less vulnerable to end of turn removal. I think that's the outcome I want, so I'll do that. Like, I don't really care too much about mana efficiency right now. Do I want to No More right now? Lets me float a No More. I don't think that's worth it though. So I already have Sanjing mana. Do I want Sanjing mana +2? It doesn't help me because Cosmic Sinkhole, like, that's always gonna counter. Okay, so in that case, I should fetch with Timber Range, and then I should fetch with Wayfarer Shrine because I'm gonna be reusing it on the same turn. So here I'm gonna fetch out. Do I already have both my planes? I have Sedate Chandra, so I don't need to fetch blue. Okay, No More on the Wayfarer Shrine. Does this get countered? Oh yeah, good question. Let me check. Yes, I did. They're gonna counter. Huh. Oh, Mind Rip for 1. What can I get for my deck? Oh, Arpeggian Chopping, Daisy. Yeah, they can get one. This gets countered definitely. So let's see what Nyx can grab. It's either Daisy or Champion. Both of them get traded with Sanjing. They're probably gonna grab Daisy though. But at least they use their Mind Rip on X equals 1, so they use it while it wasn't too impactful. They grab RPG and Champion, sure. The good news is that our future champion can't grow too fast in their deck because, unlike me, they don't have a bunch of fetch lands. Anyways, I'm gonna flash into Sanjin when they attack with the champion because I want to block it. Or actually, do I? No, I'm gonna flash in Sanjin end of turn so I can attack with it because I'm the aggressor here, so I want to outrace them. Or they have Palace, they can lose a bunch of life, but I definitely want Sanjin on board so I can start attacking them with it, and then basically so then like pressuring them while I wait for me to draw something good. Because right now my hand isn't doing great. Mirror Gate number 2, Sunlit Highland. I mean, sure, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not trading. I've already decided that I'm not trading. Your Timber Range is fetching a red source, I guess, right? Yeah, actually, I'll fetch. Okay, so I want 2 red sources and 2. Okay, I'll fetch a white. No, actually, Sedate Tundra was a white source, so I don't need that. So yeah, I'll fetch a red source. So let's see if this resolves. They let it happen. Okay, cool. I'm gonna fetch everything out of my deck eventually, at this rate. Okay, what do I draw? More, no more. Well, I mean, I can't complain about more lands, but it'll be nice if I can get something useful. Man, my Farsights are gonna be absolutely gigantic. Too bad I'm probably not gonna flip anything useful. Okay, so getting more lands to play means that grades become better. Yeah, it's just grades become better, but I think that's worth it. I'm gonna attack first and see what they do. They take? Sure. I should just be stockpiling fetch lands because I might draw Mach 10 protectors, and that'd be really nice if I do. How many basics do I have left? Still enough to matter, I think. Like, I still have a forest and a mountain and island, so yeah, that's enough for me to not worry about running out just yet. Still, though, I wonder if I should be keeping these guys in hand. Whatever. Maybe I should, because it triggers Daisy and it triggers our Peachin champion. I'm gonna play out my State Trend right now because that's my blue source. So I do want to enable blue. So I want to be able to cast. Oh, okay, there we go. That's Sanjin dead. I do want to be able to cast Mach 10 protectors from hand if I ever draw it. So I still have a land drop left in order to get some more landfall triggers. Our Peachin champion is going to be beating down though, so that's worrisome. Alright, what do I draw? Daisy. I should have kept Morn. Okay, well, can't do anything about that. And they're still at 12, so like, or they're still at 20, so I can't exactly try to race them. Do they have Delpha treasures? Cool. I think my deck does need more 2-drops, as this game showed. So maybe I should be running Horizon Wayfarers instead of Solar Flares, because like if I don't have my land synergy, guys, my more no more is becoming really bad late game. Okay, Mach 10 protectors? Nope, Timber Range again. Well, unfortunately, sometimes this deck just doesn't draw the cards it needs. Like this, yeah, it got what 6 non-lands and however many cards that was. I mean, I also fetched a bunch of lands into play, so it's not completely accurate. But yeah, maybe I should have traded with the Peachin champion earlier, because now I'm just dead. Can this deck go on? I'm not sure. Anyways, Hegemony Mark comes in again. It's good late game because it gives me something to do with my mana. Shifanhu's not great because they play instant speed. And Solar Flares aren't great because, like, they're not creature deck. I don't need it early. I think I just run this back. Alright, so, good hand. No, I don't have the right colors. Or I do if I play great, but then I have nothing to Moral Benediction back, unless these guys get killed. I think I'll keep this hand, but I'm not happy about it. Yeah, I'll keep this hand. It might be a mistake, but I'm hoping that I draw a fetch land off the top so that Moral Benediction becomes useful, and I'm hoping that they kill Hegemony Monarch so that Moral Benediction becomes useful. But anyways, I need to play out Grade as a land here, because otherwise I don't get my colors. Actually, do I want to... No, Shifanfu's is not useful because they play at instant speed. Ooh, more stuff that doesn't work if I don't have a fetch land. Cool. Hopefully I draw a fetch land, and hopefully they don't have Cosmic Sinkhole. They do, darn. Alright, or no, that's even worse. I don't even get to bring that guy back. Alright, fetch land off the top, please. Oh yeah, I'm definitely starting to regret that keep. Well, I just have to play out Shifanhu and hope that does stuff. Are they gonna kill it? I mean, if they if they don't exile it, then at least I get to oh, do they have 2 Fire Ragers? No. Okay, good. I can bring it back. Okay, so I'm really hoping to top deck fetch land here because otherwise my hand does nothing. Maybe I should be running more fetch lands. Like I already run 12 fetch lands. That's more than enough for this sort of thing, right? And I just have to mulligan aggressively for a hand with fetch lands. So it's like 12 out of 51. That's not horrible odds. That's oh dear. Okay, I mean I get to do stuff. Hey, Saxon. Does this resolve? Like I don't have an insane draw right now, but it's better than nothing. Like, I actually have a game here. They can counter this if they want. I'm just gonna try to do something. Like, I'm gonna try to bring it back again next turn. They're gonna kill that. Okay, sure. I mean, does mean that they don't have a counter spell, right? So I mean, yeah. So unless they kill Sifanhu, I'm gonna be able to acquiesce this thing. Unfortunately, still no fetch lands. But if I ever draw a fetch land, then it becomes extremely good because I have all these things built up. That's just waiting to do stuff when I get a fetch land. Mirror Gate turning off. Oh, that's gonna be really bad for me. Yeah, okay, so now I don't have white. But I really need a fetch land because otherwise I'm actually just mana screwed. I mean, white lands would also be fine, but if I get a white land, I don't get to do anything next turn. Okay, and that's the wrong card, and they're gonna kill that too. Great. All right, I guess I just have to pass. A fetch line off the top would be great here because then I get this trigger up pitch and champion a bunch. Okay, what do I draw? Oh, come on. Seriously? Alright, poke you for one. Do you kill this thing? No, you don't? Okay, fine. And they're just gonna keep passing. Come on, please. Oh. Okay. Oh, it gets me a counter. That's better than nothing. Does it get killed? Nope. Okay. Well, I can't even cast these guys, right? Okay, so lesson learned. I definitely should have mulliganed that hand, even though I had basically all the pieces except as fetch land. Second lesson, this deck sucks because because you can't keep hands like those where it would be great except you have a fetch land. Like if you're playing any deck where whether a deck is or whether a hand is keepable or not, depending on what exact land you have, then yeah. Okay, fetch lands, please. Come on. There's probably a way to tune the deck so that it's not as reliant on fetch lands, so that this sort of situation can't happen. Okay, there we go, finally. It only took, how many draws was that? Now we actually have a game, unless they exile the ability on this thing. I would rather not lose as much life, so I'm gonna fetch Heart of the Glade. But yeah, now I finally have a, okay, so that's also tapping for, colors. What do I want? I want to get our Peach and Champion to play. And I want to, okay, so I definitely want more Mortal Benediction first, I think. Or, no, I can't. Okay. Is there a way I can sequence? Yes, there is a way I can sequence this. So, first of all, Mortal Benediction, targeting these two things. Daisy gets a counter. Anti-magic. Cool. That's good, because I wanted that to be countered anyways. Do I want... Okay, so I actually can't stack the more no mores because they both go on the stack on in the same time. So I'm gonna be missing targets if I do that. So I should just actually Blood River. Oh, I can't. Right, I don't have two white sources. I only have two white sources, so I can't get our Peach and Champion and also Rampant Sunlit Highlands. But that's fine, right? I'll just use more no more to get back Champion, and then Mortal Benediction back. Then Mortal Benediction doesn't hit anything. Okay, so I'm gonna Mortal Benediction. No, so if I do that to hand, then also Mourn doesn't do thing. Yeah, sequencing is all off on this. Yeah, alternatively, I can Mourn right now, get back Champion. I won't have a target for. Like, I want Mortal Benediction while there's a target for it. Yeah, I think I Benediction, bring back these two guys, play Sunlit Highlands, fetch with it, play out our Peach and Champion, and swing with Daisy. Okay, yeah, that works. Unfortunately, I have to lose a lot of life from this, but that's just the cost of playing this deck. I'm hoping that they're elf stuff. Like, I hope their last card in hand is not a delve for oh. I can't actually prevent myself from losing more life because that's not basic. I can't fetch a basic off this. In fact, I can't even fetch. I can fetch green, but I'll have to lose some more life for that. Well, too bad that has to happen. Like, it's better just to get stuff into play first. Yeah, and okay, does this resolve? Does. Alright, does this connect? Good. Does this resolve? know I can't fetch a basic if I want to play Muktan Protectors because this thing can't. I need to fetch blue, which is not an available basic, which means I can't fetch a basic with this thing. Actually, why did I put in this much effort in order to get our Peachin on board? Well, anyways, that means I'm fetching so non-basic, so that's ouch, ouch. That's fine. So ouch, ouch. I can play Muktan and More No More, which is pretty good because it gets me a bunch of triggers. Well, that's not useful. Well, actually, no, they didn't name Mir. That's not fetching. Okay, so I want to play Muktan this turn. I think I very much do. If I want to do that, then that means I'm going to be taking a bit more damage. So Muktan into Morn back to Sunlit Highlands, and finally fetch a basic for that. From that, alternatively, I can fetch Plains right now. Fetch Plains. I can't play Muktan. I can Muktan Morn, fetch Blood River. That brings me down to I don't know how much life. So hopefully they don't have a burn spell, but like I have to do that, right? If I Mourn first, I don't get to play Muktan and Blood River them. Or maybe I do. No, I don't. And I really want to Muktan Blood River right now because it seems like they're defenseless right now. I can also just grow a big RPG champion, Mourn, and then play Muktan next turn. Okay, I'm just gonna go for a risky play, which is to slam Muktan this turn, even if it costs me a bunch of life. And I still have all my colors, right? Or yeah, I need to pay 1 life. I'm gonna lose life anyways from that, so I'm gonna just play it like this. Let's see if this resolves. They have no counter spells. Cool. Well, now I get to go wild with this thing. So, how much does that? How low does that bring me to? Really low actually. It brings me down to 7, which is 1, 2, 3. That's not enough to kill for for them to kill me off a single Cosmic Coalescing, which they're not running. Actually, they don't run any burn. They don't run any face burn, right? So okay, they're gonna counter this. Are they gonna end up vaulting the Muktan? No, that ends its pledge. Oh, okay, that kills Muktan. That's unfortunate. But yeah, maybe I should have mourned first. War modes, and then okay, I see. Do I sack Daisy or do I sack our Peachin right now? I think I sack Daisy because our Peachin's about to get bigger. Or thought, oh, well, yeah, that doesn't work. I only get to whack for 2. Did I forget our Peachin trick? God damn it, I forgot our Peachin triggers. I need to remember. I need to remember my triggers. Did I play our Peachin number 2? Yes, because that means I don't lose a single removal spell. So Farsight would be a good top deck, except that it kills me to play it. So not very happy about that. It's okay. I think they're also really okay. Finally, something that lets me not die to okay. No, I can't go down to 6. That dies to 2 burn spells. So I'm gonna Sanjing right now. Bring back Sunlit Highlands. Unfortunately, our Peachin's only gonna be swinging for 3 this turn, but that's fine. Gonna be swinging for slightly more than that next turn. And did they top deck something that digs them out of this? That's card draw. That's better than nothing. They can also Mourn, which gets back literally nothing. Cool. Did they get something? Blundering Clock Tower? Wait, what? What? Why would they run this card? I guess it. Oh, I see it. Because they don't need to use their main phase, so they just get 7/7 tramp. Okay, I mean that thing kills me in 1 hit, so I do need to worry about that. Also, the Peachins can only block alone, so they don't actually trump this thing. I mean, if I get a big enough Peachin champion, wait, if I just fetch last turn, would I have had? No, it wouldn't have made any difference. Okay. Alright, what do I top deck? Timber Range, which is a land which does benefit my champions, but I can't play this on tap because it's going to kill me. So I'll fetch 4 Plains right now. That triggers my Arpetians. I play out Timber Range, which also triggers my Arpetians again. As soon as I Arpetian, whack them down to 3, and then next turn they animate Bumbling Clock Tower, and then now I have to find a way to win. It's only a 7/7 actually, so if I draw another land, our Peachin will be able to trade with Clock Tower, which is cool. But yeah, I'm just hoping that, I mean, this thing is a Blood River, so, and they haven't mitigated the Blood River yet. So if I draw any creature, no, not any creature, needs to be something that has at least 3. Okay, that's basically none of my creatures. They're gonna Clock Tower, aren't they? No, they can't Clock Tower because they've already passed their main, already drew for the turn. They're gonna cast Morno more. Targeting what, though? Oh, I see. They're using it to plan it. Okay, cool. That's a cool interaction. 5% chance, GG. Alright, oh, they had Thunder Roads? Ah, I see. Well, that did not feel great. Or at least the deck didn't feel great. I mean, it ended up winning anyways, but it had to really scrape to get there and hope my opponent got bad luck. Well, how come I drew 0 of these guys? Yeah, so yeah, that's the deck. I mean, I'm running this for a GP, so I'm gonna be playing it next round too. But this game definitely showed off what the deck can do and can't do when it doesn't draw its fetch lands. Yeah, how am I gonna be fighting against Grave Hate? Because if my single fetch land gets exiled, I'm kind of screwed, right? Yeah. Well, I guess we'll deal with it next round.